Well, first of all, I appreciate you joining me today, guys.
Oh no, thank you,
man.
man. Like,
Yeah,
dude, this is
for real.
crazy.
To
The
catch
whole
up,
time, yeah.
yeah, and talk a little bit about what's coming up this week and over the next couple of months. First of all, how you guys hanging in there with the quarantine?
Oh, we are hanging in there.
Yeah.
But no, this thing is so surreal because when we first, went out to just to go film this thing.
That's just when like the pre-stuff happened. So like people were wearing masks at the airport and just everybody was just being super cautious. And then literally like when we were filming, everything was normal, like usual as it is. Everybody's outside socializing, we're filming, doing all that stuff. And then as soon as we came back to Chicago, that's when pretty much just stuff happened.
Yeah, it hit the fan, man.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it's crazy. Like, there's no sports going on now, and the last sporting event that you watched or participated in was yourself, if that makes sense. Like, it's weird.
Okay. So doing the math, you got it. This was filmed late February, early March, then, right?
Early March,
Yeah.
right when Steph Curry came back from his hand injury because he was on set with us, being the executive producer, then needed to fly back to Golden State, and that's when he came back from his hand injury.
Okay.
So he only played the one game, and then he was supposed to play the next night, but then the game got canceled
because of what happened in Utah or Oklahoma or wherever the heck they were at.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much he was getting ready to play, only played the one game, and then Golden State was like, okay, we're going to play the game with no fans, and then all of a sudden it was like, yep, our season's done.
Right. Okay.
So it was just how quick the transition went.
Well, yeah, that was the same thing because I was actually in Springfield, Missouri, with our women's basketball team because they were 24 hours from playing in the NCAA tournament, and that's when everything happened in Oklahoma City and all that, and bam, everything pulled the plug. And sure enough, by the time I get back in Ohio 48 hours later, we're in the current situation we're in now. Where
because it was crazy. Because when we were filming, our mom's birthday was that week, so we felt bad missing her birthday because we were filming for the show. And of course, you can't put that out there, being like, "Oh, hey, sorry, Mom, we're filming this show. Sorry, we missed your birthday." But no, we were literally done because her birthday was on a Thursday. We went back to Chicago on Friday.
Yeah.
And then literally it was like the next week because my mom was still in school teaching and her spring break was during that time. They're like, hey, we're going to tell the students that we're going to go on a spring break.
Their last day was on Friday.
Yeah. And they're like, hey, we're going to tell the students to go on spring break. And then they just never called them back. Illinois canceled the school year and everything. Yep. So literally as soon as we got back, that's when everything got crazy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So how long were you guys actually filming? Was it like...
So with that, I don't know if we can necessarily discuss that. I don't know how much of the behind the scenes, but we were there for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks. I mean, there's 96 competitors in this whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Because it's 8 people an episode, and then there's 12 episodes, and then the 13th episode is the finale. So I think my math is right on that. Let me double check before you quote me on that. Even though I work in finance, I like double checking on that. So if there was 8.
It sounds right, but
96. Yeah, 96 of us. Yeah.
Now, I know you guys just posted this within the last hour or so. For those who don't know what Holey Moley is, you guys can explain it better than I can because I watched a couple of the episodes last year. But what is Holey Moley? What's the concept? And try to explain it a little bit.
So basically, Holey Moley is this most extreme mini golf competition that you can think of. Steph Curry is the executive producer of this, and he's a basketball guy, but he also loves golf, and for some reason, mini golf. That's his obsession. So Holey Moley on ABC is back for more hijinks for season 2, and it's more holier and molier than ever.
Yeah.
And basically it takes, 96 of us competitors that love mini golf or some type of golf. I mean, literally we're from all over the country.
You have different skill levels. So some of them go long range. Some of them are amateur golfers. Some of us are professional golfers. Some of us are even crazy enough, professional mini putt golfers.
It is crazy.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I mean, to even be, and like people ask like, oh, how do you guys like get on this stuff? And it's like, we don't try, it finds us. And it was really weird because it's like, well, so, I don't know if, I think producers talk and they're like, hey, we know these guys. We think they'd be good for this. We've, interviewed them for this in the past. And eventually it just like, oh, hey, so we heard that you guys, golf on occasion.
And then you guys, and then they get into the sports like, oh, yeah, you guys were 3 sport varsity athletes in high school. You guys did 2 sports in college. You guys did that for 4 years. And
I mean, in college, we would go putt-putting and, go to the driving range every once in a while.
Or baseball, batting cages,
stuff like that. So, that's our realm. I mean, when, and it's kind of intimidating when you first go on the show because it's just like, oh, yeah, there's a woman there that's the long drive champion. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Or a women professional golfer, that played, at our house, not even 15 minutes away to play in the women's PGA. I mean, it's insane. And there's guys that have a great handicap, and they're competing in this tournament. It's insane.
Wow. I would definitely be intimidated. Okay, you got, like you said, 96 of professionals, amateurs. Okay, this person just plays putt once a year. And I mean, you're right. I was actually talking with Caden the other day, who you guys know from Lake Erie, and he goes, I think that when he went mini golfing with us, he's like, I think I beat the twins. I'm like, well, hey, now they're doing putt on national TV. So what's up with that picture?
Yeah, you know what? And we learned this, especially through this whole pandemic thing. It's just like, golf is just like life. You get good shot, you get bad breaks from good shots, and you get good shots from bad breaks. So I mean, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Oh, yeah, you don't know where the ball's gonna lie, and you just have to play through the course. And you're not gonna get the best shots, you're not gonna get the greatest position in the world, but you gotta try your best, and that's what you gotta do.
So now, obviously, the commercial shows it's more like a Wipeout where you got big obstacles. So are you still playing mini golf through that? Is it?
That is part of the course. I mean, whatever craziness you can think of,
they
thought of it. I mean, literally, there is one called Dragon's Breath, and you have to complete obstacles with fire just all around you. There was a guy in the commercial that's on fire. I mean, it is intense.
I mean, you're jumping through stuff. You're getting into the water. You're
doing
crazy.
Everything. You're golfing. It's a golf and physical obstacle course all in one go.
It is like the best way to describe it, if anybody's watched this, it's MXC, but it's MXC like if it was addicted to golf.
Oh yeah. For sure. Oh yeah. Definitely.
And we watched that show growing up, and our mom was kind of pumped that we got this because I don't know if she's cynical, but she loves watching people fall over and just fall down.
Yeah.
She loves those YouTube videos, so she's like, "This is perfect for you guys." I'm like, well, I guess, yeah.
Well, one of the questions I had was, okay, you guys have had you've touched your feet in a couple different genres of television. Okay, you had twinning of the reality type, and then you had Worst Cooks, okay, cooking, and then even your appearance on I'm blanking, I had it in my head, Big Boy Killers or
Twins. Yeah. The Twins, yeah.
This is a little bit out there compared to what you guys had done in the first place.
I mean, you got to think about it. We're a set of twins, so we're already weird enough and out of place as it is. So it's like, Holey Moley just fit. So we're used to being out of place and being all the crazy, wacky.
Well, and I think that's what it is. Cause so what type of person you are. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's high school, but we're the square pegs. You can fit us in anywhere. I mean, we're just there to do the job. You know what I mean? But with this, I mean, I think when it comes to stuff like this, I think, being on different appearances, it gives you kind of an edge. You know what to expect, behind the scenes. And I think people are I mean, still, every time we're on a show, we're shocked and awe, of the production value that's gone into these sets.
Well, even talking to people, too. Talking to, you can talk to Steph Curry for, 2 minutes, and then Rob Riggle for 5, and Joe Tessitore. It's it's still, you have that shocking moment, but it's wow, I'm actually doing this, and it's crazy. Yeah. And they're normal people like me and you, so it's like
absolutely.
That's kind of the cool part about it too.
And most people don't see that; they see like the character side of everything.
Right.
But I mean, like, really, I mean,
down to earth people, even the cast, the crew, everybody was fantastic on this project.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't have asked for, a better time. I mean, Holey Moley II, the sequel, and you have the first pair of, the first brothers,
or identical
twins on the show. So I mean, why not set off the
that's the two right there.
I mean, why not set it off with a bang?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's been your calling card. Okay, you had pair of twins on worst cooks going up against each other, and then obviously the whole twin reality show in twinning that you guys had, which was just off the wall and weird as it was. Okay, having 12 sets of twins in a Big Brother atmosphere. I guess what going into this whole Holey Moley thing, what did you guys expect? What was when you found out that, hey, you got the call that we want you to do this? What was kind of that first thing like? Are you serious?
Yeah. No, and that was really funny because as soon as we saw this just like email pop up in our email box, like, hey, we think you guys would be really good for this. I don't know how they stated it or who they talked to, but it's like, yeah, my friend saw you guys on this, or they interviewed you for this, and we think you guys would be really good for this. And of course, I mean, we watch ABC all the time. I mean, we're big Disney fans, so I mean, ABC is our go-to channel.
Yep.
So I mean, just looking at the show, and we knew what the show was. Yeah. And I mean, growing up with MXC and Wipeout and all those
Steph
other
Curry, I mean, NBA champion, MVP. It's like,
I mean, what's not to love? And of course, we're like, wow, I mean, we're going to be competing with some real professionals here. So automatically, we started just
the nerves just started kicking in.
But I mean, again, with practice and consistency, you can do anything you put your mind to. And I think as soon as we got the call in that, this thing was going to be a possibility, they wanted to see tape of us. So we were lucky at the place where we work at. We are on a private green. The women's PGA actually,
like the golf course.
The golf course.
Okay.
The women's PGA competes there.
So it's kind of nice when you go to lunch and then it's like, all right, I got to practice for Holey Moley.
We can go on the green. Yeah. They have a mini, mini, putt area for us to go golfing.
Yeah.
Our building actually has a putting area. So Holey Moleys are like, hey, one of the first things is we want to see how you guys shoot. We want to see how you guys normally putt. And they're like, we don't care if it's misses or makes. We just want to see.
That's not like 5, short, mid-range, long distance. Let's see what you got.
We just want to see what crazy scenarios you guys can put yourself into, and like, can you create a hole? Can you go to a putt place and compete at some of their holes? So that's what we did, and literally we just started practicing. Yeah. And one of the things that we found out, and one of the things that we learned to appreciate is that next to our mall there's actually a PGA store next to our mall, and they have free mini clinics that you can go to and learn how to sharpen up your game. So every once in a while, I mean, we were going to those anyways, but I mean,
just to get advice from like professionals and almost going pro people, like encouraging you.
What is the mindset? I mean, basically.
I think that's what the also thing too. You can putt and you can have long range. You can drive it for distance, whatever it is. But it's all going to be mental. That's all what golf is. It's all mental. And you can get through those barriers. That's the main thing, too.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Holey Moley tests you the most. It's like, let's put them in the most craziest scenario, and let's see if we can break them that way.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, golf is mental as it is, like trying to get the ball in the hole. But then it's like, oh, you got to try to get the ball in the hole. Then you have to make it through this obstacle. Then you have to make it through another obstacle. And it's
and then you have people throwing stuff at you. I mean, just random stuff like that you don't think about until you're like, oh, man, okay, I made this part too. Right, what's next?
Right, exactly. I mean, you can go to a mini golf course and, you got to get the ball through the windmill. That's mind-boggling enough. And then, okay, like you're saying, you're doubling it, tripling it. I mean, 10 times as much chaos is going on.
Yeah. No, but even when you go to a mini golf course, like, try to get the ball through the little hole, the mini windmill, But when you have to get the ball through that area and then also yourself, I mean, that is a whole different ball game. I mean,
right.
It is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that is. It'll be interesting to watch. That'll be the.
Oh yeah. I mean, even going through it, I still want to see what they use. Because I'm like, holy cow! Okay, like this is really happening right now.
Now, you guys said that you had interactions with Steph Curry, the executive producer, Joe Tessitore, Rob Riggle. So who? Obviously, you can't say what you want to, but who out of that production side was the most? I'm trying to figure out the word to use. To the best person to kind of talk to during the process, or because you said everybody was pretty much personable throughout the whole process.
You know, crazy enough, I really think like the cast and crew, because I mean, with the cast, I mean, we're all in this together, and we all had one common interest of like golf. But then we would just sit and we would just talk to the cast, and then as the crew came in, we would just talk to them, and they would give us encouragement and how to work on our game better. And that was the greatest thing too, that where all people from walks of life, from Los Angeles, California. Sorry about that. All right, so let's get back to so yeah, I think the thing was like the cast and crew. I think pretty much all of us being together, and you know, like when we're not shooting, like we would talk to people from Los Angeles, California, New York City. There's some people from Chicago, Longview, Texas. Shout out to T. But no, it was just great to have us talk and come from different walks of life, and just
all skill levels of golf. Because
Yeah.
even when we weren't competing, you know, you had people warming up, and then there was also people just talking about their normal golf game, and it was kind of nice just to pick up on, you know, what people have learned. You know, I mean, there was, you know, amateurs speaking with professionals about their game, you know, professionals speaking about the tournaments they've done and everything like that, and that was really cool. But no, I just think just everybody just like, you know, we're all in this together, so it's like we might as well make the best of this crazy scenario. But yeah, no, it was crazy. And one of the things that like people don't understand is this is all filmed at night. I mean, filmed.
You're not filming from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You're filming from 2 p.m. till 7 a.m. the next morning. I mean, that's how long of a shift we had. So that was a different thing for us too, where instead of doing the 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., you're from 2 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next morning. And you're only getting 5 hours of sleep. And then guess what? You're going back at it again.
Oh,
you know?
my.
So
that's that would definitely take some getting used to.
Mm-hmm.
I had my notes and I completely forgot them. Obviously, something that a lot of people don't know. You guys and myself have the same birthday. Obviously, a different birthday too this year with everything being shut down, closed, staying at home. How were you guys able to celebrate your guys' birthday, considering there's nothing going on?
Well, we're still fortunate enough to work per Illinois. We're still essential workers working in finance with the federal banks. So, you know, we were able to work on that Saturday. Nice. And then Mom just threw like a mini birthday party for us at home. She actually got a cake flown in from New York.
So instead of a bakery being open, she had to order a cake online to send it to the house, which I didn't think you could possibly do
that. But
that was very thoughtful of her. Yeah. So we just did that, just hang out at the house, and
I think we got Chicago style deep dish. I think that was about it. You know, nothing too crazy. But no, as you can tell, we really need a haircut. We wish barbers were just open during this whole thing. I mean, that's the one thing I want is a barber. That's it.
Now, you guys being in Illinois, how far along is your state in reopening and all that stuff?
I don't know. We're like with this thing, we're like on phase 2 that the governor has called out, and with that, they're saying that like barbershops and like nail places and like all those other types of businesses could be open
at the end of the month. I think?
Month possibly. but they're saying that, we canceled all the big events and everything like that. I mean, the one thing that struck us, what was happening in Ohio, is that they pulled Twinsburg from us. Twin Cities Festival from us.
We're disappointed. I'm bummed. I mean, I'm heartbroken. I mean, you've been going for 25 plus years, and all of a sudden it just gets swept underneath you.
I mean, we had a big year this year. I mean, with Holey Moley going on. I mean, we were ready to go out and celebrate what we've accomplished this year. 2020 is supposed to be a big year for everybody.
Right.
And
but I can't be disappointed either, because it's the safety of others. You have people from 50 states come into this one little town.
I mean, people all over the world.
The states. I mean, even talking about Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of people to be in one section. So I totally understand for the safety perspective of it as well.
Well, and I mean, just like you guys had said, okay, take that celebration, move it to next year, make 2021 even better. Right. But hopefully things work out. And I mean, you guys were planning on being here hopefully in that weekend anyway for Cora and Ashley's wedding.
Well, hopefully it'll go through.
Still should be a good weekend.
But yeah, no, and I mean, this thing was kind of crazy too, because we thought Holey Moley was going to be coming out in
end of June, like it was supposed to be.
Okay.
So I think because of the whole pandemic, they pushed the whole summer lineup forward because of what's currently going on.
So it's kind of interesting for us too, because with the editing for Holey Moley, it was a 3-month. You got to think about it. It took only them 3 months to edit it.
Even. It's
not even. Yeah, 2 months to edit it. Where Worst Cooks was 6 months and Twinning was 5 months. So this was a quick turnout for them.
They had.
It's so weird not being able to do like a press junket to get out the show or anything like that. Because I mean, as we stated today, they've been very, they're keeping us in suspense about what episodes you're going to appear on or when you're going to appear on the show first. And in 13 episodes, I mean, that's a long time. I mean, that's a big season.
Absolutely.
So I mean, coming from us, it's just like, okay, now it's the waiting game.
So I think it's just a game that Steph and like the post-production team are waiting for us to see, like, okay, when are we gonna go and see this? And so it's exciting. So.
Well, definitely going to be looking forward to watching it. I mean, throughout the seasons, Thursdays at 9:00, correct?
So yeah, I believe I know I'm not guaranteed on the time just because I think they switch it up in the middle of the season.
Okay.
So it's going to premiere Thursday at, I believe, at that 9/8 Central time slot, and then I believe it goes to like 8 Central, I think, after that. So then it airs like 7 Eastern. So I mean, I think they're still kind of playing it out. I have to look it up, but
yeah, obviously things will change as closer to the season.
Yeah, I know it's on Thursday nights. They're keeping that day at least for us, so that's good.
Now the logo on your guys' shirts.
Yeah.
How
did that come about?
Okay, so obviously our nickname is the Twin Tornadoes.
As you can, our user handle is Twin Tornadoes 92, and that's on Instagram, Twitter, I believe, Facebook.
Our gaming tags
have it. And it was like our nickname our mom came up with because, we would be in one room tearing it up, and my mom would be cleaning that room, and then we'd be in another room destroying that room.
Yeah.
So the Twin Tornadoes, nickname was born, and eventually when we first applied for the show, we just said, oh, Skyler and Spencer Nick, we're just the twins. And eventually ABC and the wardrobe department, the casting department, it was all these departments that got in on this. And they're like, hey, we really like this
tornado thing. It's
catchy. We really like this Twin Tornado thing. And
so then we get an email from Robin. She's like the wardrobe producer. Shout out to her. She was like, do you guys have a logo? And we're like, no, we don't have a logo. And she was like, you know what? Just give me some time. Let me work on it. And once I'm done with it, I'll send you guys an email.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Then she sends us the email, and we're like, wow, this is us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Right to the T with the goatees. I mean, it had the gut on there. I mean, it was great. I mean,
no, that definitely, it fits you guys.
Yeah.
It resembles the Twin Tornadoes, and it's definitely something that you guys can use going forward as your promotional tool as the season gets going.
Well,
Yes.
The crazy thing is, they were like, oh yeah, just so you know, ABC owns the logo. So ABC owns.
So we have the name. They have this logo. So that works for me.
Hey, yeah, fair trade.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you guys want to add in terms of Holey Moley before I cut that recording off? That way,
you know what? Just be ready for a fun, family-friendly, packed entertainment for this summer. I mean, Steph Curry, and the cast, the producer, the staff, the casting. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and he is like one of the top guys to bring you family fun entertainment. Of course, with Rob Riggle and Joe Tessitore, you never know what you're going to get out of the commentary, but it's going to be fun regardless. I mean, again,
absolutely.
ABC is like one of those top-notch companies to work for. I mean, you literally felt like family every time you stepped on set. Everybody knew who you were. Like even the camera people that are not even allowed to talk to you, they're like, "Oh, what's up, twins?" You know what I mean? Just like that. And it's just like one of those things. It's just like, wow, and once you get out there, it is so surreal. 'Cause, I mean, you are in the valleys out in California, and again, you see these shows, you're like, oh my God, this is great, but how much land and production value they use
in time.
I mean,
money.
It's crazy. It's a lot. I mean, and we've been on some big sets, but this was a big set.
This was
Right,
good.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
but no, I mean, be excited for some fun. There's some new holes that are out there. Dragon's Breath is a new one. Uranus is one, but I believe they're using Uranus on the show. But yeah, and then you can just see it in the ads. I mean, there's more zip lining. There's dudes setting themselves on fire. I mean, there is everything under the sun that you can think of when it comes to the show. It is there.
Oh yeah, and then again, we just want to thank for everybody the love and support you've given us, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, we just want to thank Steph Curry, and ABC, just for the opportunity to even compete, on a stage like this. I mean, we're humbled and honored, and we cannot wait to see what this final product is like. So.
Well, we'll definitely be watching starting on Thursday for Holey Moley II. Just stick around real quick, guys. I'm gonna stop the recording and then we'll chat further. But I appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, man.